Okay, right now it looks like we have a shot of the boats waiting to get into the start gates for the final of the men's lightweight single dash. Just waiting for the umpires to call them through to the starting blocks.
This is an exciting event for sure. We're looking at Lauren Thomas of the Dawn Rowing Club in Mississauga in lane 2, Ryan Harding from New York Athletic Club in lane 3, Dominique Williams from Craftsbury, lane 4, Alex Kunkel of Ottawa, lane 5, Casey Hauschel from Crescent, lane 6, and Ashley Cowley of Molesley Boat Club in lane 7.
Yeah, in lane 4 and 5 we have Craftsbury and Ottawa. So Dominic Williams was racing in the single of the final of the lightweight men's single yesterday, and Alex Kunkel was racing as well. He'd led that race for about 1,700 meters before Jasper Liu of Penn AC overtook him to win that event. So he's going to be looking to make up some ground and try and earn himself a Henley Gold today.
It looks to me like we've got not just North American flavor here. We've got participation from the UK out there in lane 7 from Molesley Boat Club.
Yeah, this event, the lightweight men's single dash, originally began as a dash for men weighing 140 pounds. So the men in this category would have weighed in this morning weighing no more than 72 kilograms. The event first began in 1934 and was won by St. Catherine's Eric Reimer. In 1986, they switched the category to 155 pounds and was won by John Murphy, who's also won the heavy men's single dash. The record for this event, Larry Klakatsi from Nyack has won this 11 times, and that was when it was a 145-pound event. And its current incarnation is a lightweight event at 72 kilos. Ken Ouellette from Ottawa Rowing Club has won this 7 times.
Last year's winner, Vlad Tominski from Burnaby Lake Rowing Club. Vlad just fresh off of his experience in the lightweight double at the Under-23 World Championships with partner Alex Bernst of Ottawa.
Yeah, Alex is another one of those competitors that we'd have seen at Henley racing the lightweight single over the past number of years until he was able to crack through to earn a spot on the national team.
I have a sneaky suspicion we'll see Alex Bernst in a Champ 8 tomorrow.
Okay. You have some inside sources?
These guys are racing for the Dave Cornelius Memorial Trophy. It was named in memory of Dave, who rowed for the St. Catharines Rowing Club. In 1976, he won a Henley medal in the junior 145-pound 8, and 2 weeks later, he suddenly passed away during training.
Yeah, in this event, some of the athletes are going to make some changes to their equipment that they would normally do for a 2,000-meter race. One of the things they'll do is lengthen their oars so they have a little bit more leverage. It takes a little bit more effort, but because they're only putting that effort out for a minute and a half, it's sustainable for them.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the buildup of lactic acid. So this race in and of itself, lasts a minute and a half. They might stay on the water for a little bit longer, perhaps. They might try and get on a rowing machine when they get off the water. For the shorter races, it tends to be a longer warm-up and a longer cool-down, the shorter the event is.
Yeah, particularly if they're racing again tomorrow, which most of these guys are going to be. Just waiting for the starter to get the bow balls lined up.
Good shot there of the boat holders. I like to think that's probably the best view in the house for these guys for an event like this. Really exciting, and these boat holders, a lot of them are young athletes. Maybe they participate in the sculling camps or the rowing camps that are in St. Catharines. They might be somebody's younger sibling. So it's nice to have a good contingent of boat holders out there helping us out. Looks like the regatta is running exactly on time as they give the little white flag for the umpire over there.
Yeah, some of the athletes, you see their hands reaching down. What they're doing is they have a small computer in their boat, and they're just resetting that so they can accurately track their time and their speed throughout the 500 meters.
So nice to see Dawn Rowing Club and Ottawa representing Canada in this. New York Athletic Club, obviously in New York. Craftsbury, Crescent out of Boathouse Row in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Craftsbury's a camp run out of Connecticut. In the winter, they also run a fairly strong cross-country training program as well. So some of the athletes are sitting upright, just waiting for the starter. Some are a little bit more relaxed. They're not going to stand up at attention until the starter calls them to. Each athlete's going to prepare their own way for the start of a race.
You can see Dominic Williams, in lane 4 there, just taking a quick look over his shoulder, making sure that he's still, his bow's still tracking straight. These guys don't want to spend any extra strokes to compensate on one or the other to make sure that they're going straight if they don't have to.
No, there's just not enough room for them to do that. In the pairs yesterday, in the rough headwind, we saw a lot of crews had to make course adjustments. In this race, if they have to make an adjustment, it's going to cost them too much time, and they're not going to look at a medal.
Lauren Thomas there just resetting the speed coach, making sure he's got everything ready to go. They're sitting up now. And they are off. This is the start of the men's lightweight single dash. And those stroke rates are sky high, eh, Mike?
Yeah, it looks like Alex Kunkel really took to it quickly when the green light changed. And for him, after coming so close yesterday to winning the lightweight men's single, this is going to be a chance for him to try and find some redemption.
I love this lightweight rowing. These guys just pound for pound, it's a pretty level playing field. These guys are going to go for it. You know, even between their boats, the boats are going to be so similar.
Yeah, and interesting you say Ashley Cowley coming from Molesey Boat Club in the United Kingdom. That's a long way to come, but I think you mentioned he might have had some experience with their junior national team in the past.
For sure, and you know, you never really know what you're going to get when you line up against a totally unfamiliar crowd. But I'm sure Dawn Rowing Club, Lauren Thomas, and Alex Kunkel from Ottawa, they know each other well.
Yeah, Alex Kunkel currently around 40 strokes a minute. In a normal single race, you'd see these guys around 34 strokes a minute.
Looking like we've got Crescent and Ottawa going maybe stroke for stroke, maybe one for one.
Yeah, and in the bottom of your screen, you have Nyack. They're rowing at a much higher rate. They're around 44 strokes a minute. It looked like he had made some ground there, but just with the angle, it's a bit deceiving to see where he is in the mix. But over on the far side, Crescent certainly is moving the boat well, rowing at around 44 strokes a minute.
You can just see how fast his legs move up and down the slide. There's almost no body swing. He's not wasting time getting his shoulders back and forth. He's just trying to jump on the legs, but I'm going to go ahead and say I think Kunkel might have this. Let's see what he's got. He's got a good 3 strokes ahead. That was pretty incredible.
Yes, definitely. That was a well-rowed race for Alex Kunkel and a nice redemption story for him after rowing such a strong race for 1,700 meters yesterday.
You can see these guys, they're absolutely exhausted, but Alex Kunkel of Ottawa Rowing Club coming through this in a time of 1 minute 44 seconds, .03, unofficially taking the win, 2.42 seconds over New York Athletic Club.